UTMA and UGMA are custodial account types established for minors. UTMA stands for Uniform Transfers to Minors Act, and UGMA, or Uniform Gifts to Minors Act. They're both popular custodial accounts that may help families start building a financial foundation early. But the rules, benefits, and limitations work differently. We will break down what each account offers, how they're taxed, and how to choose the one that fits your goals. UTMA and UGMA accounts are custodial investment accounts created for minors who legally can't manage their own investments. A parent or another adult acts as the custodian until the child reaches adulthood, which varies by state, typically between ages 18 and 25. Both account types let you transfer assets permanently. Once something is gifted, it belongs to the child and can't be taken back. UGMA accounts are limited to financial assets like cash, stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. UTMA accounts offer a much wider range of options, including physical properties such as real estate, artwork, jewelry, or even vehicles. In other words, UGMA is financial investments only, while UTMA can hold almost anything of value. UTMA and UGMA accounts follow the same tax rules. According to the 2026 thresholds, the first $1,350 of investment earnings is tax-free. The next $1,350 is taxed at the child's tax rate, which is usually lower. Anything above $2,700 is taxed at the parent's rate. You don't get a deduction for contributions, but shifting some investment income to a child's lower bracket can reduce overall tax impact. These accounts, however, aren't tax-deferred, so taxes are due annually. UGMA are simple, low-cost, and flexible for standard financial investing. They don't have income or contribution limits, and anyone can add funds. But all contributions are irrevocable, and the child gains full control at adulthood, meaning they can use the funds however they choose. UGMA accounts may also reduce financial aid eligibility since assets legally belong to the child. They're an option when you want straightforward investing without physical property involved. UTMA carry the same tax advantages and contribution flexibility as in UGMA, but with an expanded list of asset types. Some states allow the custodian to maintain control until a later age than a UGMA. However, UTMA assets still become the child's once they reach the legally defined age, and the broader asset types can be harder to manage. Financial aid impact is also similar, since assets are still considered the child's. Should you consider other college savings plans? If you're primarily saving for education, other tools may offer more targeted benefits. A 529 plan provides tax-deferred growth and tax-free withdrawals for qualified education expenses, along with full control for the account owner. Coverdell ESAs offer flexibility for K-12 expenses but come with income limits. Trust funds allow more control over when and how a beneficiary receives assets, though they require legal setup costs. These alternatives can complement or replace custodial accounts depending on your goals. Custodial accounts are typically administered by financial institutions. Many banks and brokerage firms make it easy to open either account. You'll need basic identifying information and a chosen custodian. After opening, you can deposit money, invest in eligible assets, or transfer property you already own. The custodian manages everything solely for the child's benefit, never for their own use. Once the child reaches adulthood as defined by state law, the control transitions entirely to them. That transition is automatic and irreversible. UTMA and UGMA both offer powerful ways to invest for a child's future, but the right fit depends on the types of assets you plan to contribute, how much flexibility you want, and whether you're prioritizing education, general investing, or long-term planning. To explore additional strategies or compare your options, visit westernsouthern.com for more tips.